The youth have many prospects ahead of them. Good for them. After graduation, employment opportunities are wide open, but with job prospects going down these days, they are also in the position to start their own businesses. This is a theme of the 4th Annual Entrep Summit to be held on September 3. Now, here to tell us more about the summit is Mr. Kenneth Lim, President of Junior Chamber International Manila, and Alvin Choi, Chairman of Entrep Summit 2011. Good morning, sirs. Thank you very much for joining us here in Mornings at ANC.
Morning, Ron.
Morning.
Okay, I want to ask you about the JCI first. Why sponsor such a summit? This is the 4th time you're going to be sponsoring a summit like this.
Yes, well, business is one of the 4 areas of opportunities of JCI. We have the individual, international, community, helping out community, of course business. So we believe that through business we can help up the economy and also give chance for the youth to be part of business, helping promote entrepreneurship.
Okay, I want to ask you about the holding of this summit. Oh, you have this annually?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
The economy, some may say, doesn't really look that good globally. But is it still conducive for anyone, including the youth, to become an entrepreneur?
Yes, we believe that we should start also young in entrepreneurship, right? To have a right mindset of creating jobs also for fellow Filipino people. So with this situation right now, where a lot of the employment rate is going up, that's one thing that we can help in our economy.
But how early do you start in convincing the youth? If we're talking about kids, teenagers, people kids in college, but how early do you start in encouraging them to become entrepreneurs? I remember, well, during our time, Kenneth, we have the same age. For some of us, we weren't really encouraged to go into business. There are families who have their own businesses. They would, of course, encourage their kids to take over the business. But for some parents, they just tell us to study hard, get a good paying job, and you're good.
Right.
Not a lot were really convinced to put up your own business.
Right.
How is it now? And then how early do you start? What is the recommended age for kids to be encouraged to become entrepreneurs?
Well, basically, what we think is not really the entrepreneurship per se, but the discipline of being an entrepreneur. Trying to improve yourself, trying to create more innovative ways of doing things. That's the discipline of entrepreneurship, and it should start quite young. When you're still in school, when you try to develop your skills or trying to look at other opportunities. That's the time you need to have this mindset of trying to improve, trying to have innovations, and being responsible as citizens.
And if you didn't start early, is it too late for?
No, of course not.
Good to know that. Good to know. Okay, Alvin, I want to ask you about the theme for this year. It's Eureka, Discover Entrepreneurial Opportunities. Talk to us about the theme for.
Well, the theme for this year is entrepreneurship and the youth.
Okay.
So for the first time, we'll be really focusing on the youth, for them to start their own business. So that's why actually more than half of the speakers in our lineup are only in their 20s or 30s.
Oh, okay.
So, well, they're not the, let's say, Henry C's or the John Gokong ways. Well, at least not yet. Not yet, but surely on their way, right? The reason why we lined up such young speakers is for the students to be able to relate to the speakers. They're not so old, they're not so rich. Parang, I could be one of them.
Parang achievable pa.
Yes,
kasi hindi pa naman siya masyadong malayo doon sa edad. I was going to ask you that. Aside from that, how do you encourage these kids? Aside from having models who are still in their, still young and yet succeeding in business already, how do you encourage them in any other way to become an entrepreneur?
Well, first and foremost, the mindset of being an entrepreneur starts with inspiration. That is actually one of the main objectives of this summit. Then after, they could learn the other hard skills from schools, like business plan making, marketing. We still believe that schools provide a good background, good foundation for entrepreneurship. There are a lot of good schools out there.
Is it easy to encourage kids to become entrepreneurs? As I said a while ago, for some kids who really don't have a background of having a relative or parents as entrepreneurs, is it easy to encourage them?
Well, to be honest, there are a lot of misconceptions about entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Like when you start your own business, there's a lot of risk. You need a lot of capital. We're trying to break those misconceptions and barriers towards entrepreneurship in this conference.
Okay, you mentioned a while ago you are going to have 13 speakers.
13 speakers.
Talk to us about the speakers who will be inspiring these kids to become entrepreneurs.
One of the speakers in this event is Senator Cheese Escudero. He will be talking about women in entrepreneurship, primarily for the female exclusive universities that will be attending, like Assumption College. Who else? There are a lot of female universities attending the summit.
Why Senator Cheese?
When he ran before, one of his platforms was kababaihan and kabuhayan.
Okay.
So hence, when Assumption College heard Senator Cheese was speaking, so they really wanted in, especially for the female entrepreneurship angle. Yes, of course. We also have Mr. Donnie Tantoco of Rustan Supercenters. Popularly known as Shopwise. He revolutionized the supermarket industry in the Philippines. Who else? Of course, nonetheless, Mr. Tim Yap. He's popularly known as the club owner of Republic and before Embassy. There are only 3 of the 13 speakers.
Okay, but after this summit, how do you follow it up with these people, with these kids who are going to be attending the summit? Nakuha ko na inspirasyon ko. How do you follow it up? How do you follow it up from your end?
Well, it depends on the attendees, right? What they want to do. Some of them might have gained some knowledge about what the experiences that they had, no? How do they raise funds, things like that. So at least they have an idea. But I would recommend also joining organizations like JCI.
I was reading there. If someone joins JCI, what would be the benefit of that person joining, and how would that person be? Well, of course, he's encouraged already to be an entrepreneur, but how does he get that follow up from JCI? What does he benefit from?
Well, JCI is not only entrepreneurship or a business organization. It's more than that. It's actually a organization of young active citizens. Young meaning from 18 to 40 years old, and active meaning you want to do something, you want to contribute to society, create positive change. So one is, of course, business. So if they join an organization like JCI, they get to hone their skills, leadership skills, and be amongst like-minded people, entrepreneurs, and hopefully as a group we create more ideas, better solutions for our community.
Okay, Alvin, will give you the chance to invite people to attend the summit.
Thank you. For the young people out there and also for the not so young, we would like to invite you this coming Saturday to the Entrep Summit, the SM Mall of Asia Premier Theater. Gates open at 8 a.m. You could buy your tickets at any SM ticket outlet.
Magkano yung tickets natin, Alvin?
It's just 500 pesos.
Mura-mura. But I believe you're
Mura-mura.
going to be giving discounts to students. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
they could just bring their student IDs, show it at the gate.
Saan nga ba yung student ID? Mahanap. But how much are they going to pay for students?
350 for students only.
Okay, Kenneth Lim, the president of JCI Manila, and Alvin Soy, chairman of Entrep Summit 2011. Thank you, sirs. for
Thank you,
joining
Ron.
us
Thank you,
this
Ron.
morning.
Thank you.